For whatever reason, I am so nervous about this, like if I've never recorded a video before. Anywho, welcome back to the channel, y'all. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. I appreciate it. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Even if you're not new and you've been watching and you haven't been subscribing, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and let's just get into it. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today. We get real vulnerable on the channel. I feel like, so before I get into the story, I want to just have a moment to just talk to y'all about where I'm taking my channel. I mean, it's nothing drastic. It's literally just me finding my voice on YouTube, finding my voice in life, and what I want to do, what I want to share on my channel, you know, just being more open. So I feel like in my life right now, I'm growing spiritually, emotionally maturing, all of that. And I feel like it is the time for me to open up on my channel more, kind of show y'all more about who I am, what I'm about. And like I said, just kind of finding my voice here. Life's a journey. I'm open to it. Whatever happens, happens. But I just think that it's time for me to be a lot more open to unravel or peel back another layer of that onion skin on YouTube and just get more into it, you know. So let's do that. Let's get into it. Let's get down into the nitty-gritty, you know. Today, as y'all can see, the topic of discussion is hair. My hair, black hair. Heads up, I don't even know if it's gonna be an emotional conversation or not. I'm not saying no to it. I just don't know where this conversation is gonna go, so we're gonna see. Okay, full disclaimer, if I cry, I cry, whatever. I'm not much of a crier, I'll tell you that. But if I do cry, it is what it is, okay? So, I know a lot of my ladies watching, maybe guys, if you're watching, can relate to having struggles with hair confidence, you know, even hair care, just understanding it, knowing what to do with it, how to manipulate it so you look cute. It's been a journey. I'm literally just figuring this out, just today. All right, so let me start at the beginning. So I used to cream my hair all the time when I was a kid. And I started creaming my hair when I was 13, and that was when I first came to Canada from Jamaica. For those of you who don't know, shout out Jamaica one time. I got my Jamaica necklace on. But yeah, so I started creaming my hair when I was 13 in grade 8, and that in and of itself was a big decision that I didn't even realize. Now, I feel like for a lot of black people, but I won't generalize, so I'll just speak for myself, in my experience and in what I hear from friends and family sometimes, is that it is it's that European standard of beauty thing. And for a long time I struggled with my hair, never liked it, didn't understand how to take care of it, so I creamed it. When I creamed it, I actually got bald spots. So alopecia runs in my family, and I had bald spot. I had a huge bald spot right here. It was massive. And then I had another one here, and then I had another one over here somewhere. 3 huge bald spots in grade 8, okay? Mind you, I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together that it was because I was creaming my hair. I don't know if it was, but I'm gonna assume right now that it was. And I was devastated. I bawled my eyes out to my mom. I felt so bad, I felt so ugly, and it just was traumatizing for me, because here I am burning out my scalp to get this straight hair that looks like the white girls that I'm going to school with. Not that that's what I outwardly was going for, but I think subconsciously I was. Anywho, got alopecia, all of that stuff. It worked out clearly, and I started wearing weaves in high school. So grade 9, I wasn't really creaming my hair as often. What I was doing was leaving leave out, so I would cream the leave out, but everything else was natural. And so that thus began the journey of like just covering my hair, not necessarily loving my hair, just being ashamed of it, you know, trying to make it into something that it wasn't, you know, pulling it, just creaming it, texturizing it, chemicals, all of these things that we do as Black women. We do so much to our hair that doesn't involve actually like taking care of it and loving it for what it actually is and what it does for us. And of course our hair is versatile, and I'm learning that. But for me, I don't know, it was just such a long journey to loving my hair. I never loved it. I actually hated it for a very long time. I hated the fact that it wasn't straight. I hated the fact that it wasn't long. I hated the fact that it wasn't thick enough. I hated the fact that it didn't flow. I hated the fact that it didn't blow in the wind. Because legit, when I go outside, if you watch my previous video of me sitting in the hairdresser chair, my hair goes straight up. Even when blow dried, it does not fall. It doesn't flow. It doesn't wisp. My hair don't do none of that. None of that. She is sticking up. Just, she don't care. She don't, that's how she wants to behave. And so for a long time I had issues with that, because that was not associated with beauty to me, and I wanted to be beautiful. I wanted to be cute. What little Black girl doesn't? What little girl doesn't? What human being doesn't want to feel like they're beautiful inside and out, right? So, you know, for me, cutting my hair and actually rocking it, not just cutting it, keeping it in the salon and doing it there and walking out with a cap on and going home to sew my weave it, like actually leaving the salon, the breeze blowing through my scalp, like the whole nine, that was a moment in history. And you can ask any of my friends. I used to be so ashamed of my hair to the point where I wouldn't allow them to see me in my natural habitat. I would either have a bonnet on or a head tie on if it wasn't looking too right, and I would go get my hair done and then come back and be like, yo, what up? This me. And it's like I would get mad at them. Like I would actually get mad mad at my friends, like if they like force the issue or like try to see my hair, because I'm just like, I don't want you to see my hair. Like I don't want you to see me like that. And so for me, it was just like, that wasn't the me I thought should be presented to the world. And you know, when you look back, it's like, well, why not? You know, that is who I am. That is who you are. That's, you know, your ancestors, that's your heritage. That's what makes you you, whether you like it or not. But that's the thing, I didn't like it. I didn't love it. I hated it. And I thought it was ugly. I thought it was coarse, and it was all these things that, you know, you don't like. They're not positive thoughts. So I just really wasn't happy with my hair. And so I always said, since I was a teenager, I don't know why I said 25. I don't know why that age was so important, but I always said, when I hit 25, I'm gonna cut my hair off. Whether that's a bob or a pixie cut, or I don't know. I just knew at 25, something drastic was gonna come with my hair. And it was almost like I knew I was gonna be at a place where I was comfortable doing that, either by force or by just sheer will. I don't know. I just knew it was gonna happen, okay? And happen it did. I mean, I'm 26 now, and I'm a year late, but we're not gonna watch that because it's still within, you know, the same age group-ish, whatever, if you wanna call it that. But, you know, I think I needed to cut my hair. And what I feel like I was doing, even subconsciously, even by posting that video that I just posted last week, was reclaiming my story about my hair. Was kind of just creating a new statement about the fact that, for myself, you know, just about the fact that it doesn't matter that, you know, people don't think that hair is beautiful. It doesn't matter what people might say. It doesn't matter what you look like when you look like that, when your hair is not done and it's dry and it's unshampooed and it has dry gel that's been in your hair for 2 weeks, and you know, it's sticking up in the air, and it doesn't matter. Why? Because that's who I am naturally anyways, and I can't not live in my truth. You know, when you think about relationships, are you gonna hide your hair from your husband your whole life? No, I have no intention of doing that. You know, not for me. And number two is that I know I can look like this now. You know what I'm saying? I know that whatever that was transforms into whatever this is. Cute. Okay? You can flip it, dip it, dye it, do whatever, straighten it, gel it, slick it, and it looks cute. Mind you, as y'all can see, this is a new hairstyle. I added a little bun on the back because, yeah, that blowout was not lasting me anywhere past 1 week. It's now the 30th. Yeah, 10 days ago I got my hair done, and that slip press is gone. Okay, I did this on dirty hair. I didn't wash it before I slicked it down, so it's still pretty much straight underneath all this gel. But yeah, I needed to just get rid of that. The bob was done, guys. The bob was done because my naps were coming back, so I had to just, you know, get those handled and actually look decent. Anyhow, this is the hairstyle mark for the rest of this week. Back to the point is that it doesn't matter what I look like when I'm washing my hair on wash day and it's not combed, and I have my little TWA. For those of y'all who don't know, TWA means teeny weeny afro. It doesn't matter that my hair is not long down to my ass crack. It doesn't have to be for me to be considered beauty. There's so many different kinds of beauty. There's so many different ways of showing beauty. And long hair that's flowy and blows in the wind is not what I'm gonna get. So me trying to get that from this is fighting a losing battle, and I might as well accept my truth for what it is and make myself happy with what I have, what I do have, and find the positives in what I do have instead of fighting for what I don't have and probably won't have. You know what I mean? And take care of what I do have to see what it actually can do, because I wasn't taking care of my hair all those years. You know, you're sewing it up under the wigs and the weaves and whatever, and I'm not saying that you can't take care of your hair under that, but I wasn't. You know, I was just washing my hair, greasing my scalp, and then tucking it away for the next fix up. You know, that's not taking care of your hair. And of course, you know, I have my mom and she was doing my hair as well, but again, it was pretty minimal, the things that I feel that we did together, my mom and I, to kind of help me understand my hair, you know. And so me learning about my hair and learning to accept it and live my truth and rock it no matter what and do these different styles is me learning this on my own and making the decision on my own to kind of just love it and live it regardless of what anybody says or thinks, because I love it. I think I look cute. I think I'm beautiful with my natural hair. I think I'm beautiful with my wigs. I think I'm beautiful with my weaves. I'm beautiful with my puff. I'm beautiful without my puff. I'm beautiful when I got my TWA. And that's just how I'm determined to feel. And even when I don't believe it, on the days I don't believe it, I'm gonna say it anyways until I do believe it, because that is what it takes sometimes to love yourself and to accept yourself against the odds, against the status quo, or, you know, society's stipulations for what you should feel like when you look in the mirror. I do not subscribe to any of that. All of that. I don't. So threw all of those out the window. And for me, showing that on the vlog, cutting my hair, you know, walking out with my hair literally at the nape of my neck, not down my back, not, you know, flowing in the wind, just that for me was a statement. That for me was a moment. And I didn't really take a moment to kind of realize just how far I came in that journey, because for me, that was me getting to the point that at some point looked, yes, I'm recording here. I don't know where I left off before my mom interrupted me. So me cutting my hair and walking out that salon and being in my natural element was, it was liberating. It was so good. It was just like, I think I got to that point, I got to a moment in time where I thought I wouldn't get to at some point in life, in terms of like just being able to do that, being able to just like go outside with my hair, like just with my hair out, like going on a date with my hair, like having a man see my hair and it's just like me. It's like not a puff at the back, not a ponytail, not a wig, not a weave, you know, not braids, or just my hair. It's not something that, I mean, I don't know. If y'all can relate, let me know. If y'all can relate, hit the thumbs up. Maybe I'm just being, I don't know. But this is my experience. And it might sound extra, maybe. But that's how I felt. I felt like that was an accomplishment. Like that's something that like, it just felt like I never, not that I was never gonna accomplish it, because I did always say by 25, but you know, sometimes you say you're gonna do something and you know you want to and you know you can, but it's like actually doing it and getting to that finish line and accomplishing whatever that task or that goal was is so liberating and so like inspiring even to yourself, that like, damn girl, just but like it was a moment. I felt beautiful in my own skin, in my own hair, you know, just rocking her. She was out here doing her thing, you know, tucked behind the ear and things. Insert picture here. She was just doing her thing, you know, and like it was just so nice to just be me, to just have my hair out. Like, you know, society tries to tell Black women that our hair isn't good enough, that our hair isn't soft enough, it's not professional enough, that it's not enough. It has to be more or less. You know, you can't be wearing your afro to work and your braids to work because they look dirty, and all of these different stigmatizations that they try to, you know, ingrain in our brains. And you know what, and that's a reason too why I feel like generations upon generations, you know, fry and dye their hair to assimilate and to conform to what that society wants you to look like and be and become. And you know, our parents and grandparents perpetuate these things by doing those things, as opposed to teaching us about our hair and about our truth and how to love it and how to wear it and how to slick it back and how to do this if that doesn't work, you know, and how to make it look like this even when it's not that, you know, and then still be able to be versatile and wear the wigs and weaves if you want to, you know, cut it if you want to, it's gonna grow back, you know, and even if it don't, whatever, we'll figure it out. There was no confidence for me doing that. For me, cutting my hair, even trimming the dead ends, for me was terrifying. I was like, what, you want to cut the only hair I got? I'm trying to get that long. I'm trying to, you know, and you want to cut it? You want to cut my hair? Oh, no, mama. No, auntie. No, grandma. You can't cut my hair. That goes against everything we're working towards. And again, that's a part of the education. You know, I didn't know that you're supposed to cut the dead ends because that's just stifling the hair. Nobody told me. And even if they did tell me, it's like, because I'm sure at some point when I was older, they'd like tell you, oh, you know, cutting your hair is good for you, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like that emotional attachment to your hair. It's deep. It's not just hair. And I hate when hairdressers like to be like, let's just chop this off. Let's just chop off a couple of extra inches. It's just hair. It's gonna grow back. I don't know that. How do you know? I don't have faith in that. You know, and there's so much trauma behind and within, you know, the experience of hair and growing hair and being confident. A lot of people's self-esteem is wrapped up in hair. A lot of people say your hair is your crown. Your hair is one of the first things people notice about you when you step into a room, when you introduce yourself. You know what I mean? And you want that to be beautiful. You want that to represent you. Me walking outside with a chopped up afro that's dry and crackly and tough and rough, that's not what Shanice. That's not Queenie. That's not Queen. No, I want to be Queenie. And Queenie's cute. So give me cute. So, you know, these are the things that like you go through in your head when you're like trying to figure out what to do with your hair as a woman. For me anyways, I'll speak for me. And if y'all can relate, leave some comments below, you know, hit the thumbs up, let me know, you know, communicate with me. What are y'all's experiences with hair? What is it that y'all ever go through with your hair? If you're comfortable sharing, if not, I completely understand. I've been there, done that, still going through it. And you know, I was so like unsure about posting some things in my vlog that I posted last week. I wasn't sure if I really wanted to show y'all the real, you know, when I took my cap off and I showed y'all my hair, and I was like, and ultimately it came down to me just making that decision that I was beautiful no matter what I look like when my half lip is dead. If y'all have me on Instagram, y'all probably saw in my story that I got a cavity filled and they froze my top lip and I looked crazy, and I posted on my story, whatever. You know, it was just like, I just didn't want to be held back. I didn't want to feel like I was limiting myself in sharing with y'all, and I didn't want it to be half a story. I didn't want it to be, you know, only snippets, or I wanted it to be the whole thing, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God, baby. Yes. So I wanted to share that. I wanted to open myself up to that, not just for the sake of you guys, but for me, for my growth, you know, my personal development and my spiritual growth and all of that. I feel like it all comes full circle. And I'm gonna be sharing a lot more with you guys on my channel, just about my different journeys, my skin journey as well. I'm gonna be doing some vlogs about that, about my acne. That's gonna be a whole different video, because let me tell y'all, my whole life. Anywho, back to the head top. I've learned so much, I've grown so much, and I'm glad. I'm so glad I cut my hair, because it has given me a new lease on life. It really has. I'm so much more confident. I feel so much more beautiful. Even when I look crazy, I feel like I'm cute, because I'm cute. So I advise everybody, if you feel like cutting your hair, cut it. Cut the bitch, cut it. I think it's just so important to live your truth in all aspects. And I really just want to become that. I want to become the person I see myself as, you know, my higher self. Who is she? Who is she showing up as on a day-to-day basis when I'm confronted with different issues, whether it's personal issues or interpersonal issues with family and friends, or people you're getting to know, dating, those kinds of things. Like, I just really am on a journey to become my best self. And I can't do that unless I love me through and through, from top to bottom, head to toe, front to back, in to out, all of it. And I don't have to share that with y'all to you know, have that, but I feel like that's probably part of why I created my YouTube channel, and I'm figuring that out as I go, in all honesty. But all I know is that at this point, this is how I'm feeling, that it's appropriate to share this story with you guys, that it's appropriate to open up with you guys, to have this conversation and have more conversations and inspire each other. I'm hoping that I'm talking to somebody, you know, who feels like they're not confident in their hair or have self-esteem issues because of their hair, because I definitely do and did. You know, I'm not completely there yet, but you know, I do love her. It's a love-hate relationship. She get on my nerves. We still learning. I'm just figuring out about low porosity and high porosity hair and which one I have. I need to redo that test, but whatever. But you know, those things, I'm just learning those things, and it's a challenge. It is. But again, who better to learn about my hair than me? I need to understand what I'm dealing with, especially in COVID times, where I'm not trying to go pay somebody else to sit in a chair and do all of that. Like, I need to know. And what I also think about is needing to know for the sake of my little girl one day, because I do want to have a baby. And if God blesses me with a girl, I need to know what to do with her head top. And I also want her to know and feel that she is loved, and that she should love what she sees in the mirror naturally. Now, if you want to do anything to adjust that natural look, then sure, by all means. But you start with the natural. This is what God gave you. This is what God gave us. So we have to take care of it. We have to learn it. We have to love it. That's what I want my future little babies and nieces to know and understand, and any little Black girl that I might come across. Because it breaks my heart to see little girls look in the mirror and say, I look ugly, or I don't feel pretty, because their hair is not what they want it to be, because that's not what society tells you is pretty. I just got emotional, because that is like, that's heartbreaking. And I was that little girl at some point. I was that girl who needed to be told, you know, like, your hair is perfect just the way it is, you know? So shout out to all the beautiful Black girls out there. You know, shout out to all my naturalistas. Shout out to the ones rocking the TWA. I ain't there yet. I don't know if I'll ever get to that point, but time will tell, we'll see. But, you know, it's rough sometimes on us Black women, you know, who have that 4C hair, even the ones who don't. You know, we all have our own individual hair journeys, and no matter what your hair looks like, someone wants what you have, you know. I look at my friends sometimes like, your hair is longer than mine. I wish my hair was long. And people will look at me, and they'll look at me and be like, well, your hair's thick. You know, it's cute. You can look at what you can do. You can rock this little short bob and do whatever. I mean, my girl Anisha and I were having that conversation in the salon. So, you know, look at what you have and just be appreciative of that, because there is somebody else from the outside looking in, hoping that they can have a fraction of what you have. And that's not to say that, you know, you can't appreciate each other's beauty, but appreciate your own beauty too, you know, and love what you bring to the table. And nurture that. Nurturing yourself is the most important. Loving yourself is the most important, you know? So that's what I'm learning. And I feel like that's the takeaway message for this video, is that loving yourself is so important. And I mean, like, genuinely, not that, yeah, I love myself, whatever, like that shallow, like, surface level, like, just saying it type. No, I mean, like, even when you don't look like this, when you don't have the lashes on, you don't have a puff in your hair, and you don't have edges scooped, you still love what you see. You still love yourself. Your value is not wrapped up in makeup and hair, you know? So that's what I'm learning, is that I'm beautiful regardless. And that's on who? That's on what? Period. Like, there's just so much I could talk about regarding my hair, because like I said, ask any of my friends. Maybe we'll have a conversation with my friends about their experiences with me and how I've come so far in my own hair journey, because they'll be able to tell you from a different perspective from the outside looking in, just how difficult and how much I was about my hair. And I'm not saying that to sound like I was being extra, because that was where I was at the time, and it's not invalid. But just now that I'm able to look back, it's like, wow, like, I really was not here for it. Like, I really wasn't trying to have my hair be out in those streets, guys. Like, so now that I'm at the point that I'm at now, it is growth, and it feels so good to be able to know what my hair can do, know what it looks like underneath, you know, all the gel and all the weaves and braids, and just loving it up. With that being said, we got a lot in store for the future. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support, the love. Again, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and comment below if you want to talk more about hair. And the takeaway message: love on yourself, love yourself. You are beautiful inside and out. And, you know, work on that. If, you know, you're in that journey as well, I wish you all the love and light. And until next time, take care. Peace.